December 12th, and we are halfway through, well, once this video is through, we're halfway through the Dakota Irish dice calendar. So I'm looking at the haul that we have thus far in this bowl, and overall I'm pretty pleased as is. There's only, there have been a couple of dice that have been not the easiest to read, but that is what it is. And there have only been one which I'm downright displeased with, but that's mostly because I am me. You might enjoy dice like this, and it's totally fine. Just not to me. Right. Let's get this little baby. Part of me is glad that they're not doing the thing with hatches. If you see my other calendar video, you'll see that I struggle with getting and I don't have particularly large fingers. I probably have about average size fingers, I would say. And I struggle to get the die out of those. It's right over there. But yeah, I'm not going to move it into the camera because that's not in this series. And I struggle to get my fingers into those hatches. I do like that they are sort of random, so you have a little bit of a game with trying to find the next one. I also like the Chessex one is a cube, so a dice in itself, and not just a flat surface. Flat surfaces are all right, but normally the standard ones are flat, and then you have sort of like a little game trying to find out, oh, number 1 is here, number 2 is there, number 3 is here, and so on. Sometimes, at least with the chocolate version of these calendars, they tend to do it with number 24 being a little bit larger, or usually in the center, and usually have at least for the chocolate ones, have a bigger piece of chocolate. I despise those. I hate that kind of milk chocolate. It's so bland and so it doesn't have any taste to it at all. It's basically milk with cocoa powder, and then obviously hardened. Right, that's enough rambling about chocolate. We're doing this instead. I like these little presents. I would perhaps like if they were mixed up a bit. It's fine to have a grid. That's not a problem. I would like a little bit more of a game, have them a bit more randomized. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to we're not really talking about our dice calendar's integrity here, but yes, I'm talking about a dice calendar's integrity here. I didn't want to mess that up. I wanted the calendar to be shown how I got it, how it is, and the process of opening each of the hatches that I initially thought up. But instead we have these little presents, and I am not complaining at all. I am a little bit complaining about how they're not randomized. Could you have added more colors than yellow and red? Sure. Could you have gone a bit more Christmassy and gone maybe green instead of yellow? Sure. Does it matter? No. Right, let's open this baby. Sounds like hard to tell. Could it be the first D4 of the calendar? I don't know. That's why we are here, isn't it? Well, the surprise of it is, and of course getting the die. Anything else? It is the first D4. Hello. Oh. What are you about? Okay. Very nice effect. Dark blue with silver metallic swirls. Now, unfortunately, it is not the easiest to read. It is easy enough to read if you hold it like this. You can see that the dark gray black is contrasting nicely with the blue and the gray silver. That it does when you're looking straight on a side. Unfortunately, D4s, usually land like this. And now it might be easy to see because this is close to the camera, but what if I go like this? And go like, actually roll it a bit in my hand so I don't even see what the result is. Ow, it's a bit pointy. Is it now easy to see what I've rolled? No, it isn't. It also seems to be just a little bit larger than an average D4. Do I have a D4? It's lying somewhere. I do. So this is from a Chessex pound or die, half a pound of die, which is basically like a half a pound of assorted die plus one set. And this, oh yeah, it's about, I'd say 1.23 times bigger. It's definitely heavier. Now, I certainly don't mind larger dice. That is definitely something I don't mind. I'm more inclined to a die being big than a die being small, because a small one, the risk of it getting lost is just too great. And I'm just like, it's fiddly. Yes, you can have more of them, which is nice. But I would rather have die that I can actually see and appreciate. And this one is definitely one of them. It's not the best for legibility, but it's definitely a pretty die, and like it will pass. Like you would likely have to go in, sort of tilt your head, look at it, how is it rolling in the tray anyway. So all in all, that's fine. And after all, it's the first D4 of the entire haul so far, which means that we now have a full set, or at least enough to create a full set. But before we give this die to its bowl, we need to roll it, if it can, in the dice tower. It can, and it rolled a 3. Nice. All right, that's it for this episode. I shall see you tomorrow when we shall begin on the last half of this dice calendar. But until then, take care.